Well, it is possible that we can do some research to lead to our career. Let's pick quality through-hole soldering and type that into Google to see what comes up. We're going to look at the number of articles that comes up, and one way when we're comparing Google and the databases is in the number of articles. So we can expect from Google that there'll be millions of articles that respond to that research question or that query that we typed in, and we can look for a particular article just to get an idea of what might be available to somebody who's using Google as their research tool. We found an article that the Google explanation said was a PDF file. Now, PDF files, you have to take an extra step, and oftentimes they have some quality information. And we're looking at this, and we can see the title of the article. Now, what would happen if we went to the NSCC website and we looked under Student Services for Library Services, and we clicked to get to the library website? We'll have to pick one of the databases and the one that we're wanting to use is the Vocational Studies Complete database. It's a general technical database that for a query about through-hole soldering should give us quite a good response. So we just type that same search phrase into the search window for this database. Remember, we're trying to get some information here so we can compare them, so we'll try and keep the search phrase or the research question the same. Now, this database will bring up articles in a different format, and there'll be less of them, but you can see that there's quite a description of each of the articles, and looking carefully we can see, is the article from a book or a web page or a periodical? The author is mentioned, there's an abstract, there's information about whether we can see the article in its full text format. Maybe it started out as a PDF, and we can look at that PDF. There's the ability to find out about whether it has pictures in the article or not. And one of the really useful things is the ability to get the full text picture or full text of the article so that it looks, when we look at it, just like it did in its original periodical when it was published. And we can go through that, and when we're making up a bibliography of research, we want to capture the complete bibliography information in the APA format, and that's as easy as clicking the cite icon, CITE, and getting that information. Where are we going to store that information? Well, PowerPoint, if we think of PowerPoint as just a presentation tool, it's a lot more, and one of its uses is that it can be kind of an electronic working bibliography or an electronic set of 3x5 cards. So we've got some information about that article. In this case, it's the citation. We'd like to keep that, so we treat the slides in PowerPoint as if they were 3x5 cards, but instead of writing on them, we can just copy and paste to them. So it's a lot more efficient when we're using electronic research to copy the information from the databases and Google to our electronic 3x5 cards instead of writing them down as we might have done a couple of decades ago. So that's the reason for opening PowerPoint, is to give ourselves some 3x5 electronic cards to store the information that we get from the database. So when it comes time to make our presentation or write our report, we can go through these cards and see, what information is available from each of the articles that we put in our bibliography. We're we're not going to use all that information. We'll only use a small portion of it. And one of the toughest things in doing research is to know what to throw away. And oftentimes you throw away most of it. Say, well, why did I gather it if I'm going to throw it away? Well, you don't know that you're going to throw it away until you've finished gathering it. So we gather things that are related to the subject that we're writing about or going to make a presentation on, and we fine-tune that later on by throwing away the stuff that's not going to be written about or spoken about at this time. But we might want to go back and use that information later. Sometimes we need to use other tools like the clipping program to snip a little bit of an article that we can't pick up with cut and paste, and that's another benefit of using the PowerPoint 3x5 cards, is that you can paste pictures and you can draw and you can do all kinds of things with the PowerPoint 3x5 card that you just wouldn't be able to do with any other tool. So anytime there's something that doesn't pick up by the normal copy and paste, it can be picked up with a snipping program and pasted as a picture really into the PowerPoint 3x5 electronic bibliography. So you come up with kind of a title that will remind you, what is it that you've put on the card, and on the card you've got all the information that you need to create a citation and get back to that information if you need it. So